Good morning to you all on this Wednesday of Holy Week. Our outside broadcast today comes from, well, I wonder, can you guess where it's from? Maybe if I stand up, you'll see better. Walter and his family have discovered this place just very recently. Yes, it's Island Hill just outside Cumber. The island is actually called Rough Island. Now Strangford Loch, the Irish name for Strangford Loch is Loch Cuin, which means the quiet haven. And Strangford came from a Viking name meaning strong fjord. My buddy and I have just been walking around Rough Island. It's a walk of about, let me see, 2 miles from the car park again. Now it's a very interesting island. There's actually, you can see the remains of the farmhouse where someone lived not all that long ago. You can see the outer walls, and there was actually an excavation done on Rough Island in 1936 by students from Harvard University. So Buddy and I have just had all the cobwebs blown away because even in the middle of summertime it's always very windy here. So I hope you're all keeping well on this Wednesday in Holy Week. Now our Bible reading is from John chapter 13 verses 21 to 32. After saying this, Jesus was troubled in spirit and declared, "Very truly I tell you, one of you will betray me." The disciples looked at one another, uncertain of whom he was speaking. One of his disciples, the one whom Jesus loved, was reclining next to him. Simon Peter therefore motioned to him to ask Jesus of whom he was speaking. So while reclining next to Jesus, he asked him, "Lord, who is it?" Jesus answered, "It is the one to whom I give this piece of bread when I have dipped it in the dish." So when he had dipped the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas, son of Simon Iscariot. After he received the piece of bread, Satan entered into him. Jesus said to him, "Do quickly what you are going to do." Now no one at the table knew why he said this to him. Some thought that because Judas had the common purse, Jesus was telling him, "Buy what we need for the festival," or that he should give something to the poor. So after receiving the piece of bread, he immediately went out, and it was night. When Judas had gone out, Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man has been glorified, and God has been glorified in him. If God has been glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself, and will glorify him at once." This is the word of the Lord. Now, I know that most, sorry, my bag's not over here too, so I'll sit on it. Most preachers, ministers, avoid sermons or anything to do with Judas Iscariot because it's a very difficult subject. But it's the Bible reading for Wednesday in Holy Week, so I wasn't able to avoid it. So let's see what it is. Now, sometimes people say that to give Judas a very bad press. I just wonder, why did Judas betray Jesus? Was it a divine necessity? Was it greed? Because we know from other Bible passages that tell us that Judas was the keeper of the purse, and he wasn't very honest with the money. And also when Mary was anointing Jesus with the precious nard, Judas complained and said that the money could be given to the poor. But I have a feeling maybe Judas wanted to force Jesus' hand, because for a start, 30 pieces of silver wasn't really very much money. Yeah, it wouldn't have set him up for life or anything. And maybe he wanted Jesus to show his hand and take over and kick the Romans out and be the King of Israel, the promised Messiah that everyone, all Jews, were looking for. But then there's another explanation. Maybe when Judas saw what was happening, where Jesus was heading, maybe he just lost hope. We all know what that's like, don't we? Maybe he just gave up and lost hope of ever seeing Jesus as King of Israel. But if only he'd hung on, he could have discovered that Jesus was the one for which he and all Israel had hoped. There are times in life when all of us need to be reminded to persevere. We need to be reminded of what God has done for us in Jesus Christ. That is especially true of those of us who might be losing or maybe have lost hope, especially in this time of lockdown. When you're wondering where God is when your children suffer, or why evil so often triumphs over good, or how it is that the kingdom has come but so much remains the same, remember Judas' story and don't give up. Don't turn away from Christ and faith, for hope in him is never in vain. It has been confirmed by the resurrection, by the transformation of his disciples, by the emergence of the church, and by the continuing power of the Spirit at work in his people today. More importantly, it has been confirmed by a legion of Judases who failed their Lord, but still hung on to find grace again. So don't turn away from Christ. Don't give up. Persevere. Persevere. If Judas had persevered, he would have seen, if he just waited until that Sunday, the day of Jesus' resurrection, he would have seen that Jesus was the Messiah. Blessed Son, our Saviour, gave his back to the smiters, and did not hide his face from shame. Give us grace to endure the sufferings of this present time, with sure confidence in the glory that shall be revealed, through Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord. Amen. That's it for Wednesday and Holy Week, folks. Dear knows where you'll find me tomorrow, Thursday, but sure, we'll see what the weather's like and where I end up. So I'll just leave you with